did Mom go to school? Brearley. I think that's right.
Good job, man.
And I don't think there were many Jews there.
No.
But everyone was very nice to her at school, but they never invited her to their house because you didn't mix. If they had parties, they didn't invite any Jews to their parties. It was that's why I think the German Jews had their own society in New York, and everybody else.
So sounds like it was very sort of passive aggressive. Like no one really said anything. No, there wasn't any outward things. But there were lines drawn between the Jews and the Christians.
You talking about in New York? Or
you said like your mom who was allowed in the school, but then didn't get invited anywhere, and people no, you could never have her over.
However, as she grew up and was involved in visiting nurse service and other places, she had non-Jewish friends, people they met on trips, and definitely people from visiting nurse service. They had some non-Jewish friends, but they had the same friends from the time they were growing up until they died, and they all lived around New York forever, and lots of them lived in New York. Mom and Dad moved out, but I think Barbara and I were. I mean, I didn't know this at the time, but I do feel, in retrospect, that I didn't want anything to do with being Jewish because I didn't want to be different. I wanted to be the same as all my friends. If I stayed overnight at Noreen's house, I went to IHM, the Catholic Church, with her. I didn't enjoy it particularly, but I went because she was going. And if I stayed at Sydney's, I went to Hitchcock because that's where she went. That was a nicer experience. It was a nice church. And I don't really have any interest in church, but that's what they did, so that's what I did. There's no problem. I don't think I'd ever been in a Jewish temple until I took comparative religion at Smith. That's pretty bad. I had been to one Seder, but I'd never been in a temple.
And you passed on that lack of observation to your children.